I don't know if you lost me. 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 I don't know if you lost. And I know that tomorrow will always lead a beat. Focus running hard and soft and go free. I will be all I have for you. I will be free. But I wanna be me. And I know that tomorrow will always lead a beat. Focus running hard and soft and low. And all I need to be, I wanna be free. I wanna be free. Queremos para nudo and set me well instantly. I wanna be free. I wanna be free. But I wanna be me. Then I know that tomorrow will always bring a beat. Cause morning hard and soft and low, and all I need to be, I wanna be free. I wanna be free. Queremos ver the door and set me well instantly. I wanna be free. I wanna be free. Angola Sirendea, Angotea, Bosedidro, Bodi Giovanea, Alululan Kisadea, Anolulan Gavadea,
Whispers in the night, revealing secrets hidden from sight. With ancient wisdom, I'll ignite the flames of truth burning so bright. Ethereal cards, they hold the key, unlocking mysteries, setting us free through swirling mist. The future I see, guiding souls like a river to the sea. Welcome to the unknown prophet's domain, where spirits dance and fortunes remain. Let the tarot unfold, let it explain the path that lies ahead with no refrain. Unseen whispers in the night, revealing secrets hidden from sight. With ancient wisdom, I'll ignite the flames of truth burning so bright. Ethereal cards, they hold the key, unlocking mysteries, setting us free through swirling mist. The future I see, guiding souls like a river to the sea. Welcome to the unknown prophet's domain, where spirits dance and fortunes remain. Let the tarot unfold, let it explain the path that lies ahead with no refrain.
Good morning, my beautiful stars. Happy Monday to you all. Hello, everybody. Let me adjust the camera. Okay, all right, adjust the camera time. Okay, and not quite there yet, and almost there, almost there. There we go. Hello, everybody, my beautiful stars. Let me get this light out of the way here. I am Joshua Bleasy. I am the Unknown Prophet. I am here between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. Central Standard Time every day except the weekends. Welcome on in, guys. Happy Monday. I'm a little tired. I'm not going to lie. I tried to recoup all the spoons I could this weekend, and I still feel like I need a nap. I'll be back in a little bit. Anyway, that was a nice nap. Anyway, welcome on in, everybody. Welcome into Monday morning. I hope the weekend found you well. I hope you celebrated the 4th of July. I hope you went out with your friends. I hope you guys appreciated the wonderful things that we do have here today. No special day about today. The 8th today. It's the 8th day of the month of July, and we're getting closer and closer to things happening in the world. I don't know about anything anymore sometimes. I swear I am just as lost as all of you. I am just as much trying to travel this journey as everybody else is out there. I make my fair share of mistakes. I'm not going to lie. I try to give you guys the best advice I can. Remember, I'm not a doctor, lawyer, or any other kind of professional. I am a minister. I am a Wiccan minister at that. I am a third degree of my own coven. And I've been practicing for about 30 years and doing readings for about 25 of those years. Palmistry was my start, and tarot reading after I created my own deck. Now I do. Been doing this for about, like I said, 20 years plus, 25 years almost, doing readings for people, and I've helped a lot of people along the way. But I always advise these readings are 100% in your hands. No matter what I've told you here today, guys, remember the future is always in your own hands. That I can tell you everything in the world, but you have to make the actions in your life to make them all possible. I can tell you where you're at. I can try to help you. I'm a very blunt in your face tarot reader. I don't sugarcoat it here, guys. I am not your everyday cup of tea. I'm not the most popular Twitch reader out there. That's okay with me. I don't need to be popular. I need to be helping the people who need my help. The kind of help I can offer. The tough love sometimes you get, but I'm compassionate and kind with it too. So remind yourself that if I've helped you and moved you in any way, I am a free tarot reader. I ask for donations if you want to give me a donation. It's not a have to here, it's a if you want to here. Nothing is saying you have to give me a follow, a subscribe, or anything here. You come in, you get a reading, and you leave. You gave me your time. That's the most precious thing you can give. You don't get that back. And if you take the time to feel what resonates with you and what moves you in certain ways, that's what I'm here to do. I am going to tell you the unabridged, complete, total truth. I will set your life or world on fire. I will set your world ablaze, and I will use the ethereal fire to do it. With that said, guys, we're ready to rock and roll. Whenever you guys come on in, it's time to do readings for you all. Otherwise, I'll just sit here, listen to some pretty music, and continue listening to some of this beautiful music I made here. Well, I want you to listen to where is it? We're going to turn it up just a tiny bit here. There we go. A little bit of light background music for all of you guys, beautiful stars out there. It's a beautiful day in the universe. My universe, our universe. We all live in our own worlds. I'm going to have a cigarette. I'm going to wait for my people. So anyway, guys, like I said, I use a custom-made deck that I created. I was trying to get it published before my birthday. I'm going to be honest, I just got no motivation anymore to do it. I wanted to. I really, really wanted to, but I have no money for it anymore. I've lost my motivation to do it. And until I feel that motivation back again, I'm not going to keep worrying about publishing this deck or not. When I had all of that money, maybe I'll get some more money, but I'm not counting on it. I'll be surprised if I get anything really special for my birthday coming up in September. September 8th is my birthday. Oh, and we're coming up on my affiliate birthday soon, too. I think that's on the 17th or something like that.
The dream was here in my own mind, in the quest to find you where I fit.
Oh.
The path I made, the life I commit.
I don't know.
I found the lines of fate, the lines of time, beyond dimensions, my will sublime. Destiny and fate, through me they weave, letting you see in me what you believe. A song in my heart, to you I sing, fulfilling love needs in everything. For my wife, my kin, my community's plea. In helping them, I found what's in me. Searched the mirror, found no light. Saw the storms pass through my life. Shadows fade into the light, walking paths where dreams reside. Heart and soul now intertwined, purpose clear, no need to hide. Feel the calm now deep inside, one with myself. Feel the truth rise, hold the moment, see the sunrise, one with myself, never broken, chase the purpose, words unspoken, felt the fear but now it's gone, standing strong, untouched by wrong, in this place where I belong. Echo feels sound like a song, one with myself, feel the truth rise, hold
August 7th. Ooh, we are 1 month away from my fucking month. We're gonna do something special for August 7th. I don't know what we're gonna do, but we're gonna do something on 7th.
Now I know what makes me whole. Pieces mended in my soul.
I'll have to work on that today.
Full in heart, I feel the peace.
Once a canvas black and red, dreams painted gold by my own hand. Tears they dried, cried no more. The freedom's embrace, my spirit soared. Here I stand, heart open and pure. No more reason to obscure. No more reason, my heart unveiled. No more shadow, no more veil. I am here, life revealed. No more reason, I am here. Believe in your destiny. Believe in your fate. You choose the path we take. Take that destiny by your own two hands and make it so. Once a canvas blank and grand, dreams painted boldly by my own hand. But tears they dry, cried no more. And freedom's embrace, my spirit soared. Here I stand, heart open and pure. Dreams painted boldly by my own hand. But tears they dry, cried no more. And freedom's embrace, my spirit soared. Oh, be free, and I wanna be me. And I know that tomorrow will always be with me.
Life Up AM said it's Monday fun day. Grab your coffee and smokes, let's start the week with the FWAM fam. Yada. Watch Life Up AM with me on Twitch. Twitch.tv.
Can you open a new door and set me where I'm supposed to be? I wanna be free. I wanna be me, but no longer than I need to know that I found you. And don't know if you love me, do know what I have from you. I wanna be free, but I wanna be free. But I know that tomorrow will always lead to me. Of the running heart and
Sticky Bots.
and all I need to be. I wanna be free. I wanna be free. Can you open a new door and set me where it's supposed to be? I wanna be free. I wanna be free. But I wanna Hey, Jing, how's it going, my sister? Just saw you coming there and join the queue there, sweetie. Thank you for being patient with me. Let me turn the music off here. All right. I've been waiting for someone to show up. Good morning. Sorry I didn't notice you there for a second there. I was looking at other crap because no one was here. I'm going to start your cleansing shuffle off here. What do we need to know today, young lady, and how can I help you? First one in, too. First reading. Oh. Yeah, no problem. What your numbers are 10. Ooh, some new numbers today too. Okay, I like it. I like it. I like it. Well, I'm gonna finish doing my cleansing shuffle for you here. That rail feels right. Here are your 10 official shuffles, Jingy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. No God cards for you. And the 30th card is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 5, 36, 37, and the 38th card is now on top. Alright, Jang. Hey, Destroyer of Empires, welcome on in. Glad to see you here. First time chatter, welcome on in. I'm in the middle of starting a reading for Jing here. So, if you'd like one, just press exclamation point join, and I'll explain everything to you if you would like a reading for you. Otherwise, sit back, relax, and just listen to this one, see if it's for you. Ooh. Jingy, jingy, jingy. What is coming for you this month? Oh my goddess. Well, Jing, good morning, Swifty. How are we doing, Switch Sticks? Alright. Oh god, I gotta fix something. This is gonna bother me the whole effing stream. I was wearing suspenders and my suspenders accidentally clipped to the side of me. Oh, it hurts. Whew. Talk about clamping down on you. So, Jing, back to your reading, what you need to hear today, okay? Because I know that this is something you want to know about what's coming for you in the month ahead, right? So, coming for you this month is getting back around that inner circle. The circle of friends or circle of people who you can get the good advice from, the sharing of stories and sharing of community and sharing of that inner circle where you know you can trust these people. Getting back around them is what's going to help you move you forward this month. Getting that support where you're not getting support other places. That's why, and it might be some of your friends coming back from the past to they've grown up a little bit or they're in a better place than they were, and all they want to do is support you now because of what happened or because they're ready to be new different people in your life. But it's just this general feeling of getting back around people who actually care about me, you know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what I'm feeling for it. And then also taking some of the things that have been thrown your way and learning how to use them as fuel to your fire, aka whatever's been going bad or wrong or not working out the way you wanted to or blah 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 yakety schmackety, right? We use that as fuel to our fire to keep us going, to motivate us to do better than we were doing. We also have to add those logs of, now that I see positivity happening, I have to allow myself the happiness I'm owed by saying, this is what I deserve. I am good enough. I am ready. I have confidence. I am beautiful. All the stuff that we know we already are, but we have to add that as fuel to the fire as well to keep us going forward. So burning away the negative and also burning into ourselves the positive. So that's called stoking the fire. So getting your fire ready to transform or become something by doing this work, because you're not getting rid of anything, you're using it to your advantage. Then becoming what you have wanted to become by the end of this month. So if you had an idea of a goal or something that you would like to be able to do by the end of this month, then it's going to be your responsibility to act on those thoughts by doing what I like to call do the do, walk the walk, talk the talk, do the do. Okay, walk the walk. You're going to walk as if you were this person, do as if this person, act as if you were this person, become this person. And then you do whatever you want after that, because now you are definitive and completed, right? So goals being met. And then why you'll be going through all of this, to remind you of that. You do have balance in your life. My mom's card shows up for a very specific reason, because my mom shows up for that compassionate nature towards oneself. You are a giver, Jing. You have to learn how to take back what you give sometimes. You are owed these things. These things are not lofty things that you don't deserve to have. You deserve that back and return feeling. You deserve that balance of give and take. You can grow in either darkness or in light. You have no problem growing, but you have to learn how to be more symbiotic, be more creative with what you want to do in your life. Give in to those giggly schoolgirl fantasies when we were a young child and we said we wanted to be an astronaut, example only. Then we have, something that we always wanted to do and goal and be. Now we can start to think about, is this what I still want and want? But the thing of it is by the end of this month here, Jing, you will know what power you hold. Because my mom comes to tell people that you have the power. When they say that, when she said those words to me, that I had the power, she was right. Only I could affect my life. I had to believe I had the power to change things. I had to also remind myself that I was loved. I really didn't believe I was loved by a lot of different people in my life. I thought I was hated because so many people had told me so many bad, evil things about me. So there was a lot of me who self-doubted. I had to learn how to love myself enough to say, bullshit, you guys, you're all a bunch of idiots. I love me for who I am. Loving myself. I am loved by more people than I could ever possibly imagine. And the thing that hit me home the hardest was when she told me, you can carve your own goddamn destiny into the sands of time. She said, Joshua, you have so much strength and ability within you. You could carve the very future you want out in the sands of time. And when she told me that, it gave me so much power to believe that I controlled the destiny I wanted. And here I sit living the destiny I always wanted to live. But I believed in that future. And just like you, in this month, will become to understand all of those things in a loving way towards self for once. So that when you make new choices, they're now healed choices. You're not making them out of some desperate attempt to heal yourself anymore. You're doing it because you're ready to grow beyond those baggage, that crap. So that's kind of what I'm feeling is coming for you in this month, is that understanding again. Because, Jing, you have so much power and you have so much beauty within yourself. And you do not give yourself enough credit for that beauty that you hold inside sometimes. And sometimes I wonder if you really like it where you're at. You like being right there on the brink of yes or no. It's not a choice anymore. It's a balancing act. Which way do I want to balance today? But I know you have this longing for that life that you can see in your head, the one you imagine it to be. And don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. If you have more questions, Jing, I'm right here for you. But you can get to that life. If you let go of all of that baggage and maybe even let go of some of those people who are holding you back. And I don't like to say this, but when I do feel this, I really like to say it. There are people in your life holding you back from the destiny that you want, not because of anything they're doing to you, just because they're the thing that keeps you in that spot where you're at right now. Because that's what feels comfortable. That's what feels acceptable. All of that stuff. You want that better future for yourself. But it's like if I give up the safe spot, I won't have the safe spot anymore. Uh oh. Now what do I do? Panic, 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 panic. But that's just my intuition talking here. I'm probably talking out of my butt. Because when I look into your energy, Jing, and I really mean this, when I look into your energy, I see this confident woman who really wants her life to start looking the way she sees it in her head. But there's always been something holding her back from living that life. The thing that she doesn't understand why she keeps putting herself in this position. And it's like what it is, but it's hard for you to see what it is at the same time. And it's just so simple and so easy, that release of things. You hang on to things so tightly. Maybe yeah, I know, like I said, successful woman, yeah, confident, successful, strong woman who has questions like we all do about self. And I mean, you have all of this bounty, but no one's utilized you the way you need to be utilized. You're not appreciated the way you should be appreciated. You're stuck in the stalemate, basically. That's what I keep feeling all the time. You don't have to rejoin the queue. I'm right here. You haven't even exited my queue. Just ask me. Don't rejoin anything. You're right here. I haven't cleared you. There's no one else here to join, to put you back on the list. Just stay here and tell me what you want. Throw me new numbers. Throw me a new question. I'll get you. I will be truthful with you. Do you want me to do a cleansing shuffle? Yeah, of course you can. Do you want me to do a cleansing shuffle? Or do you want me to start shuffling 10 from now? Cleansing shuffle? Okay, I'm going to take okay as a cleansing shuffle. Cleansing shuffle time to make sure we get the right kind of energy on here. What is coming for you as far as romantic love? Or self-love? Or what kind of love are we hoping to see here? I think it's more romantic, right? All right, they're ready for you. Let's go. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. This is more self-love. This is more romantic love. 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and the 13th card. So this card reading is more of the romantic love, and the other God cards are more self-love. That's what they're telling me here. So this is more romantic love here. Okay. So as far as romantic love goes, okay? And it's basically understanding what home feels like. Now, I'm not talking about the living situation you're at right now. I'm talking about actually feeling like you come home to that loving household. You come home to that time where you can rest, where you feel like you do this for others, and then you feel that love back in return. Home is all about dealing with the past and coming to the future, being and understanding just how powerful you are as a woman. You know yourself. You know yourself inside and outside, and what you're ready to go explore and what you need to leave behind. Because maybe now is the time to say, am I ready to venture out of my comfort zone, outside this home, into a place where I can find someone along the journey who will share it with me, right? So, finding that place within your home, within your past, maybe you and the person you're with resolve some things, or maybe a new kind of a spark happens, or something like that, or maybe you move on and you find someone who really does meet those needs. I don't know what that future is yet, because home is a very personal meaning to oneself. The enjoyment of finding romantic love is finding your happy place again, finding where you are happiest, where you feel the most joy, where you feel the most light-hearted, beautiful soul that you are, right? So you want romantic love, you have to get back around those things that you love to do again. And that's where you're going to find that romantic love, is in those things, and Pete, that person is waiting for you near that thing you love to do. And that's why we've gone out of that door searching for something, you know? And then there's going to be that time where we both feel like we're working on ourselves. So you're both going to be working on yourselves, coming for this person that you knew to, but you've got to start molding it into something different. It's got to transform. It's got to become a better understanding of what you want the end goal to look like. And you've both got to do your part to make that pot happen. So that's the molding card there. But here we are with the Stoke again. There are things you need to throw away, as far as baggage, as far as habits that keep you in the same rut, and taking and putting up new boundaries and taking down old boundaries and not putting up with some things, and then also saying, I deserve to have these things also. So not only saying, hey, stop doing this bullshit, start doing this bullshit, kind of a thing. So it could be transformation in the relationship you're in, but it's work. It's hard work. It's you finally saying, we need to work on this. Feeling you are home within yourself. You're great. Now the other person's got to join you in that home. Enjoying and finding enjoyment in the things that you are doing again. That's what draws that love to you again, because of the way you are happy while you're doing the thing you love the most, draws the romantic person towards you. And then that person can be more, of the relationship you could mold into what you want it to be. And that's only accomplished through you throwing away the good and the bad, using the good and the bad to your advantage. So that's what's coming for you in love. So if you use this thing you like to do correctly, maybe this is the thing that brings you back together again. But I am feeling someone out that may be a different person that I'm seeing. Because whenever I try to read for you, I see the person you're with, an unhappy woman, and I see with somebody else who makes you happy. Good. Well, there's that. Then we've got the inner stuff, if you want to see the God cards, which you're going to see it anyway. And I think these will all be really, really relevant to you, okay? And it's very, very true. These cards are basically saying, hey, you aren't missing anything. You're good enough as is. Don't worry, we'll answer that one too. You're good as is. You're not missing anything. You're developing the very piece you're looking for by seeing the real person who's inside and outside, knowing yourself, that you are more put together than you realize, that you are a beautiful oak tree. You're not a jumbled up mess. You are more put together because you have made that piece. Now you have to start to understand that piece is what you fulfilled, and what we need to do next is trust in that ancient knowledge that I've gained, and throw the stuff that isn't doing me any good into a place where it can manifest change in the future, and use it to my advantage to slowly get rid of these things. Trust myself enough to throw away the stuff that is no longer serving me, so that can be the catalyst I need to ignite the future I want. That's why you need a catalyst. This is your motivation to ignite that new life, that new future that you want inside of yourself. And all of this is just maybe examples of things you need to understand. It's not more of a telling you what to do, it's more of a I need you to understand that some of these things they're just in your very being. There's just part of who we are. We all have that missing puzzle piece. We can answer the other question too. Like I said, I got no one else here, Gene. There's no one else to read for, so the rules go out the window when there's nobody else to read for. That's why I haven't cleared your name off the queue yet, you know. So I figure as long as there's no one else here, you might as well get the readings you need. Starting to do the cleansing shuffle. I'm not even asking you if you need one. I'm going to cleanse these bad boys up for you. But if you're going to ask me how much time that's going to take for that romantic love, it's either time for him to put up or shut up or you to find someone that. But we can see what the cards have to say. All right, you saw me cleanse already, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 God cards for this one. And the 18th card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and then 18. What's coming for you and Isaac is actually the one making me happy, but the current one was a suck. Yep. You and Isaac, huh? Alright, let's see what the cards have to say. And we have God cards as far as that one goes too. Well, let's get very interesting here. Okay, so Jing, as far as you and Isaac go, yeah, I understand. I really do. I mean, I remember, and I think it's smart, honestly, really smart for you to get out of that toxic hell of a relationship you were in. That was not going to do you any good. Let's talk you and Isaac, though, okay? Because you are seeing things in a new, different light. You've turned yourself away from that dark mirror where you used to look at it as the scary unknown. Now we look at the possible unknown. What could be the brighter side of my future? I look into the dark mirror, and since we're looking in the past here, what's in the past has been darkness, but now we move the mirror out of the way to find that light again, because we're ready to move forward from that step. Important for you and Isaac, that you start looking at it as the positive side. If this is what makes you both feel good, and the other relationship wasn't working out, maybe it's Isaac who you need in your life more than ever right now. You have to build the relationship together. The right ingredients have to come together. You got to share the good times, the bad times, the parts of yourself that's a little hard for you to share with other people, but not that hard. You know, to share the experience of the world as well. Those both of your ingredients come together to make that well-crafted elixir of life again. Just like it takes some time to build a really good, well-crafted elixir of life. Of deer. You know, me and my wife, we went out and we decided to order some DoorDash the other day. We were hungry for pizza and we wanted to have a beer with our pizza. I was trying to order 1 case and we got 2 cases of it. Now, we're not very big alcoholic drinkers, okay, yeah. And you know, it's all about that kind of a stuff, but that beer that we were looking forward to was exactly what we wanted to complement the meal. So kind of like that, complementing your meal, all of that stuff, share. And then communicate. That communication, like we didn't communicate before. physically. Doesn't mean you have to hold hands all of the time. Just means you're giving them that smile, that look in the eyes, that whatever that gives you that connection. Doesn't always have to be a touch feeling. It can be a sense of longing for that person. That mental, to check in every day. How's your physical body doing today? How is your mental body doing today? How is that spiritual connection doing today? That physical, mental, and spiritual communication. That's what is coming better and better and better. That's why communication's in the future, because we're learning how to do it better. We are putting the right kind of seeds down, though, Jing. The dirt pile is saying you're ready to plant new seeds and see what happens when these things grow up. You're putting new seeds down into the ground. You want a new experience. You want a light experience. You want an experience that takes some time to grow into something beautiful. You want that communication again in your life. You want that connection again. And putting those seeds down of what you actually want to grow now will grow within you. And you both take care of that garden together. So it's a lot of growth. It's a lot of new growth. So, that's why you're going through all of this stuff right now. So that you don't have to do it in the future. And that means things are in a healthy place. Because if you think about it, we're putting new seeds down, and we have to learn how to take care of those seeds. But it's not one farmer's job to take care of it. Thank you, Mocking Mystic. Thank you for coming in and saying hi. Appreciate you for following. And then we get to the God cards, which are basically a secondary answer to the question about using Isaac, okay? And this is more of the advice going forward, okay? And they said, think about the way you want this relationship to exist as. So I'm going to answer that. If you can imagine it as that healthy relationship, imagine that healthy world that you want to create. Get that strong in your head. Talk about it with your partner, what it means for both of you, what that looks like for both of you. And then instead of just letting it sit there and exist, let it grow into the thing that you want it to be. I have a feeling it could work out if you let it, but remind yourself that great things take time. And this tree did not become a grand elder overnight. An acorn knows what it's going to grow up to be when it is planted in the ground. This acorn became this tree. And you just got to start to see it like that and believe in that. Basically believe in that you can become the future you want, because the grand elder is completion of a journey, is completion of knowing that I'm going to get to that goal, but I know we're going to have to still keep continually to grow after even getting that major relationship you want, and stop letting it just be an idea and let it become, but like I said, it's all. So yeah, is it a healthy relationship according to the cards that I was just seeing here, pointing this out one more time here. No longer looking at the darkness from the past, moving on from darkness, bringing good things together to make something that is beautiful, that you both want to drink. Communication in physical, mental, and spiritual ways. So we're connected, planting a new future for us. I'd say that's a pretty good sign that this is a healthy relationship, Jing. As long as you can believe it can become that something in the future. That acorn has to believe it becomes that grand elder in the future. And I'm not saying it's going to take a long time. I'm just saying it's going to take some time. I got to go to the bathroom, Jing. So if you want more, I got to go take a quick restroom break. And then I'm going to come back. And if you want to see if anybody else out there wants a reading, I'm going to clear the queue at this time. But if you want to jump back in so that I know you're first in line when I come back. So I'm going to go take a quick restroom break, guys, and then I will be right back.
We are magical freedom. Our spirits entwine in the depths of the cosmos. Your heart beats with mine. With every stroke of this palette guitar, our souls merge as one under the evening star. Explore all the chords of this dreamy refrain, where magic and freedom forever remain. In the harmony of us, let the world see the power of love, the magic of we.
In a small town down in the valley, where the shadows used to dance, we put power inside with the magic she held and the freedom I had in me. The weight of the world, a silent plea, in the mirror a stranger I'd see. Darkness whispered a endless foe, in the depths of despair alone echo. The weight of the world, a silent plea, in the mirror a stranger I'd see. Darkness whispered a realist foe, in the depths of despair alone echo. But the stars, they whispered back to me songs of hope for what could be. With every tear a lesson learned, in the flames of fear my spirit burned. Through the storm a distant light, gentle touch in the dead of night. Magic found in a beating heart, a new chapter, a brand new start. Now the stars, they sing so clear, melodies of love drawing near. From the ashes I rise anew, embracing life, a view so true. In the depths of time I find my face, with every step I embrace grace. The magic she held, a guiding light, the freedom I had in my inner might. In the small town down in the valley, where the shadows used to dance, we put power inside with the magic she held and the freedom I had in me. The weight of the world, a silent plea, in the mirror a stranger I'd see. Darkness whispered a realist foe, in the depths of despair alone echo. But the stars, they whispered back to me songs of hope for what could be. With every tear a lesson learned, in the flames of fear my spirit burned. Through the storm a distant light, a gentle touch in the dead of night. Magic found in a beating heart, a new chapter, a brand new start. Now the stars, they sing so clear, melodies of love drawing near. From the ashes I rise anew, embracing life, a view so true. In the depths of time I find my face, with every step I embrace grace. The magic she held, a guiding light, the freedom I had in my inner might. In the depths of time I find my face, with every step I embrace grace. The magic she held, a guiding light, the freedom I had in my inner might. In a small town down in the valley, I found peace, a soul set free. We put power inside with the magic she held and the freedom I had in me. In a small town down in the valley.
Alright, I'm back.
Peace, a soul set
Welcome back, my fellow people. I'm going to give everyone a chance to get back in here and turn down the music again or turn it to the next song. So, anyway, welcome on back, everybody. Welcome back to the Unknown Prophet Daily Tarot Readings. I see Jing is still in the chat, ready to do another reading. Please let me know you're still here. I'm going to have a quick smoke real quick before we begin, okay? You know, I go to around the tarot community too once in a while. I gotta admit, I'm not a big part of the tarot community, honestly. I try to go check out other tarot reader streams, but I don't talk to these people a whole lot because I really haven't. I've been trying to build a community like that, but I don't know. I don't have too many people joining the Discord, and I should like have a tarot reader only channel or something. Okay. Do you want to choose your numbers? And okay, cleansing shuffle. Cleansing shuffle. Here are your 8 official shuffles. 1, 2, too many. 3, not too many. 4, too many. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. We have 2 God cards. That was too many cards. I already was like, no, that's more than 6. And the 23rd card is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 22. And this is about the trip this weekend, right? Okay. Tapping into this energy about the weekend here. Ooh. Okay. And okay. So, going on this weekend and the trip during this weekend. And generally speaking, what's going to happen or what's going to happen during the weekend here? Sorry, excuse me. Part of the thing that I'm feeling, Jing, is that this weekend will be a big share moment for you. Hey, Mocking Mystic, welcome on in, first time chatter. In the middle of a reading right now. I'll get to you in just a moment here. And part of what I'm feeling for you, Jing, for this weekend will be an opening up and completion of feeling like you have the ability to do that, to share part of your journey with a group of people who may understand, and who will be able to give you the information you need to make better choices and decisions going forward. This weekend will all about bringing 2 worlds together to mean 1 world again. Instead of walking 2 separate worlds, finding a way to combine them into 1 world where you walk in that gray area and that's where you live. So you can find your dreams and destiny in the fate you create yourself. This is all about becoming the one with oneself. And I was called Unison for a time. And just like I tell everyone, I had a very dualistic personality about me. Not necessarily split personality, but just 2 different voices in my head telling me to do 2 different things. I decided to listen to the good voices, not the bad voices. But I had to find a way to live by honoring those voices, that they did have meaning to them as well. And Jing, then coming for you at the end of it will bringing that symphony together, finding out what has meaning in your life again, what choices you do have that are in that cookie jar of life where you don't know what kind of cookie you're going to grab, but it's going to be a good cookie. You just have to be able to grab the cookie you want and go, this tastes good today. I need some milk with this cookie, maybe dunk it in the milk a little bit. But you know what? We finally make a choice and stop contemplating the choices that are in front of us and make one. One we know will make us happy. One that will complete us and make us whole. Finding out what truly is behind the surface of everything going on. Seeing underneath the hidden and bringing that to the surface. As you have been waiting to find out, maybe this brings something to the surface within you. Maybe this is bringing some situation to the surface. But it's all about you understanding how that happens with you in your life by sharing that information, making it become that great middle ground you can walk and live in, and then choosing a beautiful choice and being happy with that choice. And knowing how that all came together because of things you learned underneath the surface of what you really wanted and bringing them to the surface of what you really do want. So that's your general. And then your God cards for this question are, again, with combinations of path. Don't make it easy or hard on yourself. Find that middle ground that feels that like that gray in between and cut through what little BS you think you still have to get through to get to the end of your goals and dreams. Remember, the unseen path is a combination of setting goals and being determined to get to the end of the goals as fast as you can possibly get to. Drive card is all about making it easier on yourself by not beating up on yourself for all the past shit you may have done, but getting back into that vehicle and start being so hard on oneself and start to drive to the place we want to go as well. So both ways are telling you you're driving forward, just in different ways. So driving yourself from the inside and the outside, and getting to that edge of that path. So I think this is going to be a good weekend for you, honestly. Some determination comes from this weekend. Something sparks in you from this weekend. So all right. So yeah, I know you would understand. Welcome in, Mocking Mystic. Welcome to my stream. Thank you for popping in and giving me a chance, checking me out. Here's how it works here. I ask you to pick some numbers with me. That's how I help you create the kind of path that you need to be on today. I'm going to tell you the unabridged truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help me all the gods. I will be as brutally honest as possible, and I will light your world on fire and set your world ablaze if I have to. With that said, I ask you to choose numbers 1 through 10 of how many times you want me to shuffle the deck for you. Then pick a number 1 through 52. That's where the answers you seek are in my deck. So those are the only two numbers you need to worry about, the shuffle amount and the answer amount. And then if you have a question you want me to answer, put it as simply as possible in chat so I can understand it. Or if you just want me to give you a general reading, say general, and I'll give you the general information I think you need to hear today. And that's how it works here. And I promise to be light your world on fire and set your world ablaze and get you on a more positive path forward. That's help you see that today can be your best day ever. Is that a deal? Feel like you're up for this, bad boy? Throw me your numbers and question whenever you're ready. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask, and we'll be happy to help you with that. I do not have a standard deck. I have a created deck I made myself. So none of the normal cards you will ever see in any other tarot deck will be here. This is my deck I created. Jing, you know you're always welcome here. Anytime, any place, anywhere. I love you. You're a beautiful person. I can't wait to see you be happier than you are right now. Because I think you're on your way to happy. Really, really are. You just got to give it a little bit of time for the happy to get there. I have a cigarette. That's why I have to put on the smoking stuff, because I do cannabis every once in a while. I do it on a very light basis for pain management, but I don't try to get too high when I'm on stream unless it's a 420 stream. Those are fun. So we're just waiting for Mystic here. So whenever you're ready, Mocking Mystic, please hop back in the chat and let me know when you're ready for your question and answer. Appreciate you. You might be typing as we speak, so... You're always welcome, Jing. You're beautiful. Don't forget that. And if you lurk, you lurk. If you don't, you don't. I believe that you're a beautiful person no matter what. So, thank you very much for coming in and giving me your time today. Don't forget, if you have some extra change, to throw it my way. Donate if you can. Don't have to if you can't. I understand it, But, hey, 4 readings. I've seen you donate for less. Not putting it out there for you there, okay? No pressure. Honestly, I'm just glad you're here. Because you made my morning. I was sitting here going for a while. So thank you, Jing. You know your time is the most precious thing to me. I truly, truly mean that. Thank you for being here. Mocking Mystic, get your butt in here. Mocking Mystic to the reading room. Mocking Mystic to the reading room. Are we still here, Mocking Mystic? Okay, there you are. All right. Did you hear everything? Are you ready to get your reading? Do you need me to repeat it? Repeating time. Okay, here is your repeat. I ask you to choose some numbers here. So here is what I need you to do. Shuffle them out 1 through 10. How many times do you want me to shuffle the deck for you 1 through 10? Then pick a number 1 through 52. That's where your answers you seek will be. I'm a very blunt, in-your-face tarot reader. I will light your world on fire and set your world ablaze. I will not hold back. I will tell you what you need to know, not what you want to know. Then, if you have a question you want answered, just put it simply in chat. If you want just a general reading, then just say general. So that's what I promise. And I promise to set you on a more positive path forward to find your best day ever. That's what we do here. We try to set you back on a more positive path no matter what. So here we go. If you want, when you're ready, throw me your numbers and your question whenever you're ready. Oh my God is right. You're in for the buckle up, Buttercup. I am not your normal, and I use a homemade custom deck. This is not your normal deck. I created this deck, so just be warned that these are not your normal tarot cards. 6 and 9, and what I do is a promise to everyone that I will do a cleansing shuffle for you and your energy only. So I'm just shuffling these randomly until I feel like they're ready, or until they say we're ready for you, because they like to be at a certain place when I shuffle. So that's my mystical part of it. All right, here are your 6 shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oopsie. Yep, definitely have God cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 God cards. We'll explain those in a second. 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and the 9th card is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And again, going on to what's going on in the current situation, what advice the universe has for you. Great. They love that question. Now I know how to answer it. All right, my friend. So, Mystic, from what I'm feeling from you, Mystic, is with the current situation that's going on, there's some part of you that needs to release this extra energy that you keep hanging on to. Whether it be baggage, whether it be fear of, whether it be tension or worry of, it's time to let it go and let it truly go and be a part of your past. Time to move on from that so you can start to embrace a better future. It's time to empty the cup because the beer has gone stale and we want a fresh new beer now. So getting back into that, releasing from the past and releasing the past so that we don't hang on to it anymore. Finally being done with this work. Finally saying no more going back to a beginning anymore. This is my new beginning, the one I'm creating right now. So that's what we need to do. We're releasing the energy into the universe so that we can come back and fill it with something different in its place. Now what do we fill in its place, right? Getting to a place now where you're understanding that the goods and the bads had to happen for their reasons. Understanding the path that was before is different than reliving it over and over and over again. Now we own our path and own up to what it took to make us who we are today, but also acknowledging that we have come a long way in survival, in growth, in warrior, in all of the stuff that we have come together. We are more put together now than we have ever been in our lives. We are the great oak. We still have a long way to go yet as far as growth goes, but we are well on our way to becoming the person we hoped we would be. And that is the most important thing, becoming the person we wanted ourselves to be. That's where we get into our future now, where now we are deciding what seeds we want to plant in that new earth that we are just got done tilling. Because this is like tilling the earth here. This part right here is like tilling the earth. Now we have to decide what we want to plant. What do we want to grow in our lives? What physical new seed do you need to start to grow with yourself? Whether that's taking care of your body better, showering more, doing something that feels good for your body, whether it be exercise or rest or sleep, something better for yourself. Then we got to do something mentally better for ourselves. Let's get rid of that worry and that anxiety by letting go of worry and letting go of anxiety. There's nothing I can do about it anyway. I might as well not spend all of my day worrying about what could happen and start worrying about what I'm doing right now. And then that last spiritual seed. And I know spiritual is a hard thing to kind of swallow sometimes, but I'm not talking about spiritual as far as the love of a God. I'm talking about that spiritual highest self. We saw ourselves becoming even better than we are right now. We see ourselves in that future, that highest self that tells us we can become them. And believing in that highest self and planting that back down into the ground. So now is the time to start to choose our seeds wisely and what we want to start to grow. Because we have to take care of those seeds, water them with our emotions, show them the brightness of our sunlight and positivity, allow those winds to blow off the dust and the crap that keeps hanging on to our lives, and allow that earth to soak in and all the rest of what we need to have in our lives. We'll take in the right things, not the wrong things. Then why are we going through all of this right now, Mockingbird? Because you're walking that unseen path. Since you haven't been here before, you don't know my paths very well. So there's two different paths I have to explain to understand, make you understand the unseen path. First, the easy path, which is all about goal setting. You make one small goal, celebrate that goal, honor that goal, rest, take a new goal. It takes you 10 steps to get to that major goal you hope to get to, but you know it takes a while to get there, right? That's an easy path because you're not being so hard on yourself. The hard path is being so determined that you'll do whatever it takes, climb up over any obstacle that gets in your way, whether it be a tree branch, a problem, an issue with yourself, an anxiety of yourself, a fear of yourself. You'll climb over any obstacle in your way to get to your goal. Doing that as quickly as possible, but knowing that spending all that energy, you'll have to allow that to soak into your life later. So that's the hard path, right? When we combine those two paths together, we get the unseen path. But there's something very special about the unseen path that's different than the other two. Because there's a little bit of those bullshit reeds that we put in our path. They are the simplest, easiest things for us to cut through if we really think about it. If we just cut through those first couple of reeds that are so easy to swash out of our way, we could finally see the end of our path going forward. We could see the end of that dock and see what could be waiting for us. We're willing to walk it as long as we can cut through the bullshit of our shit that right now. And that's what they're telling you right now, and what the universe is going on with your situation. We've got to find a way to combine two different paths together. But we got to get through the BS that was his beginning in the way the whole time so we can get to the end of that path. So we can finally release and let go of that past we walked down an unseen path because we release it to the universe, expecting the universe to come and fill its good things in its place. We believe in ourselves and believe in our path, and being as strong as we are right now, we are proud of who we are right now, who we are today. Cementing in ourselves, we can grow from this. That way we grow by planting the new seeds that will be our forest, that will keep us even stronger. When they say you can take one stick and crack it in half, take a bunch of sticks and try to bend it and break it in half, you're going to have a hard time doing it. So that is your general reading for that current situation and advice for you today. Any questions before we move forward to the next step if you want it? There's something going on right now that you got God cards. Now, what are God cards, right? God cards are an extreme answer from your higher power about a question you've been asking your higher power lately. They came to tell you the most direct message possible, and they gave you a 5-card answer to this question. Since it's your first time here, I always give this warning for first time chatters, because they are the most extreme, the most deep, and sometimes the scariest cards I can reveal to people. So if you want to see your God cards today, and maybe get that answer you've been hoping to get, just say, I want to see them. If you don't want to see them, say, nope, I don't want to see them. I put them right back in. I don't even look at them. So I will wait for your answer. But the next time you come in, Mocking Mystic, no choice. You get to see your God cards. This is because, okay, good. All right, so. This all will mean something to you. But there will be something you really need to hear. First and foremost, Mocking Mystic, from your higher power to you, we say with you with all of the respect and love, it is time to throw away these old bad things that aren't serving you any purpose any longer. They are just the dead parts of they're just the banana peel, they're just the orange peel of life. And even though it looks like it's good stuff you want to keep around, you got to start putting that good stuff in to put it into some place where it can actually transform into even better stuff. You take the scraps of the plate and you got to put them into the damn compost pile. And then all we need you to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy your life for a change. Find the happy. By letting go of the past, embracing that it will transform into a better future. It's time to find that joy in life again by knowing what needs to go and what needs to come take its place. It's time, Mocking, for you to stop being angry at yourself for everything you think you've done wrong. Because now is not the time to be angry with yourself of your mistakes. Now is the time to transform those mistakes into something so powerful that nothing and no one can ever take you down again. Because you got to use this anger maybe at self or maybe at the world or whatever you're angry about. But whatever this energy is, we can use it to our advantage. We can turn this into the power source we need to put ourselves into that forge and transform ourselves into that thing we have always wanted to be. So we take that and transform it into that most powerful tool we can. We are working on that right now. But we utilize what's being given to us. And even if it's just that I can't take this shit anymore stance, that itself is you burning away and using it as fuel to the fire. And last but not least, please, for the love of us, accept yourself for who you are. The goods, the bads, the uglies, the in-betweens, the messy middle. All of it means I love you. And we love all of you, even the icky parts. So all you've got to do is know that you are accepted by us. And we love you for who you the fuck are. Be proud of who you the fuck are and stop letting other people tell you who to fucking be. Whatever that means to you today, find a way to throw away the old to accept a new happiness in your life. Take that anger and transform it into the forge that forges you forward, and know that you are accepted by the world and the universe, and everything that matters accepts you. You don't need it anymore. You don't need this other acceptance from other people anymore. You are the one. You are the one who you were meant to be, the destined person you were meant to be. Cross that destiny line and accept that destiny. Because you're on the brink of crossing your destiny line there, Mocking Mystic. And what happens when we cross our destiny line? That's when our destiny starts to become the truth. That's when your timeline changes from a want to an absolute need to have this in my life right now kind of a deal. So take that destiny back in your own damn hands, pull it towards your chest, and go, this is how it's gonna be. The universe likes to listen. Oh, wait, that's what you want? Okay, let's help you get there. And everything you will go through will help you get there. But you better be prepared for some rocky times, too. Don't think that everything is going to go in that. Thank you for the follow, Oda. Sorry, that's the best I can do with your name. You know? And that's what my cards are there for. Welcome on in. I hope Oda works for you because I don't know if I can say that all the way right. Good. But for welcome in, first time chatter. And that's what we do here. We try to light your world on fire because we want you to cross that line. That line of not wondering what your destiny is and knowing what your destiny is. Trust me, once you know it, everything else falls into place. Once you finally get it, what you are born to do here, everything that has happened in your life starts to make sense on why it got you to this spot here. And you're about there. You're about to cross that line where you understand why, you know? And once you cross that line, it's like, oh my dear God, I can't believe it. I did need to go through all of that. Fuck. Kind of a moment works for you, you know? So welcome in, first time chatter. Here's how it works here. If you want to know how my readings works, first you have to press exclamation point join. Then you have to give me some numbers here because I ask you to be a part of this reading by choosing numbers here. What are those numbers? A shuffle amount, 1 through 10. I'm going to ask you how many times you want me to shuffle my custom-made, homemade deck, the 5 Paths Tarot, to help you divine the best possible future for you. Then I'm going to ask you to pick a second set of numbers, 1 through 52. That's where the answers you seek will be in my deck. Now simply, if you have a question, like the previous person had, just do like they did. Put it as simply as possible, and then tell me if you want a general, or if you want a general reading, or if you have a question you want. Either way, it works for me, even if it's a combination, just so I know what kind of reading you need. And then I tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear, and I will kick your butt and cross lines and make sure you understand, put you on a more positive fucking path. And God damn it, if I'm not going to help you see that today is your best day ever. I will use the ethereal fire I have been gifted with to do this. I'm a destiny weaver for a reason. That means I can change destiny, help you create fate. I know that's kind of a lofty thing to say, but I am. Ask a couple of people who've been here before. I've changed so many lives, it's not funny. I think I had a girl a week ago who said I transformed her life. I said, I didn't do this, you did it. You just decided to finally do it. That's all I do. I help you get to the point in your life where you're ready to make that choice. So, with that said, that's how it works. Otherwise, I'm a big goofball. I talk about my life. I talk about how I got, what my gifts and abilities are. Sometimes we babble about random crap that have no meaning to it whatsoever. And then sometimes we try to mess with the bots that come in and stuff like that. But, yeah, that's about it here. So, if you have a question or would like a reading, otherwise sit back, feel free to sit back, relax, and enjoy the stream. Listen to some of my advice. If you want to take some of it, resonates with you, great. If it doesn't resonate with you, I understand. I might not be your cup of tea, but that's okay. I don't need to be your cup of tea. I just need to be here to help people. That's why I don't ask for things up front. I ask for donations if at all possible. Great. Can. If you can't, don't care. Not here to be popular. Here to have something to do for 3 hours a day and help people, because this is my path. This is not a job to me. This is my destiny. This is what I was born to do. This right here. And only the people who need my kind of help come here. I really believe that. Only the people who are drawn to my stream for whatever their reasons are drawn here for a reason. So, I am going to take a slight little cannabis hit for pain relief right now. Just to warn you, I usually take a 5 milligram to 10 milligram hit every hour or so just to help with the pain. that's it for another hour. On 420 days, we go full tilt kidding. We just smoke and smoke and smoke and smoke and smoke. So, oh, and we also play my custom made music that I play, and I'm going to be working on uploading some new music to the internet soon. Hopefully, I can get this on Spotify or something like that, you know? Trying, guys. Trying to get some creative things out there for you guys to hear and be a part of and like and stuff like that. But I got to go through all of them in order to find out which ones I did already, which ones I didn't do already, blah, blah, blah. You know it's, I know it. It's all a bunch of woo-hoo-hoos. So that's how it works here, there, my friend. I hope you have come here and I hope you find it great here. Why don't we turn up the music just a little bit while we wait for people to come in? Get it to a nice, reasonable level here. There we go. This music is made by the Suno app. I have written all of the words, but it helped me make the melody, and I took the song choices and styles and all of that stuff, and redid it 1,000 times to make it sound good. Well, I didn't do it 1,000 times, maybe 4 or 5 times a piece, redoing some songs to make sure they were perfect. Some of them just turned out great the first time out. I'm going to do something here. Yep, I'm doing it. I'm creating my... Here. That should be more than enough. Maybe even too much, but oh well. Ah, much better. All right. There, I got something loaded for me. See, I just loaded myself a little bit of green in my chillum. And since I am not very busy right now, I think I'm going to have a bigger hit than what I've been having. I've been knocking this for about an hour here. You can only knock something so much before you got to blow it out. That stuff was old, so... So I give this to you, my 420 friends. We're a little bit past the 420 hit, but here we go anyway. That felt like a better hit for right now. I'll just leave that there for now. So anyway, I can return to talking about my life a little bit, guys, so you guys can understand me. What haven't I talked about for a while? I really haven't checked in after my year. Okay, it's been about 7 months since I predicted a bunch of shit would happen by now. Guess what? I was wrong. Woo! Yep. Hey, I like being wrong because you know what that means? That sometimes I have to understand that my premonitions are very, very in the air. They don't always come true. And I really felt like something was going to happen here, and I'm not seeing it actually happening in the world the way I thought it would. And people are being a little bit of a pissy bitch about certain things, and it's like, there's a way to take care of all of this and be able to do what we need to do for things. If personal opinion time, so quote unquote, this is my personal opinion. It does not reflect my viewers and or other people. I hate Trump with a passion. I hope he doesn't win because I really don't believe he's going to help this country get in any better shape than it is in. I'm not so thrilled about Biden either. I wish there was a third choice. In fact, I wish there was a third candidate to vote for, an independent for once. I would vote for an independent candidate. This is the time for an independent candidate to come out of the woodwork again and put their head in the game this year. I think that would be the better choice. Someone who's both sides of the scale here. We need someone different in there. Can someone please stand up? Please? I don't know who's alive out there who could do that. But I thought I was seeing Trump go to prison in one of my visions. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. And it was like, it would have been the first time in U.S. history where we had we could have stripped him of the presidential powers. We could have stripped him of that stuff. So he could go to prison. He doesn't deserve to have those powers anymore. A 34-count felon does not deserve to have presidential power anymore. Sorry, I don't care who it is. This is not a person I will vote for. I will not vote for a criminal. I'm sorry, I won't. That is not happening. I would vote for Biden 1,000 times before I voted for Trump right now. I thought I was going to see this man go to jail. Now, that's my opinion. I hope I'm entitled to my opinion. That doesn't mean that I don't believe you, Trumper. People who believe in Trump have a point, too. Because I do think you have a point, okay? I think you have a point of you want a president who's a little bit more, less like all the other presidential douchebags that we've had in the past. He's definitely different. He definitely has a viewpoint, and definitely some of the things he says are very real feelings and thoughts by the American people who believe that, we need a more conservative approach to this country again. You ever notice how we flippy-floppy on that shit forever? Oh, it's the Democrats' fault. We need a Republican. Oh, it's a Republican's fault. We need a Democrat in. Yeah, and everyone should vote their conscience. Everyone. I don't care who you vote for, as long as you go out there and vote and put your vote out there. That is the most important thing as Americans. Okay? We have more power than they think we do. Our vote does give a fuck to this world. I mean, it shows people what we really want. That's why in some elections, certain presidents had a landslide because we wanted something different. The reason Trump won in the first place is because we needed something completely different. We were tired of the status quo and tired of, we had a fresh new set of people we could believe in. And it would have been a choice between two people who would have been crazy. If we could have had our first woman president, or we could have had the crazy man we had. And unfortunately, we weren't ready for a female president yet. I think Kamala should run for president, and Biden should be vice, honestly. I think they should flip the script. Kamala should step up for president, and Biden should be vice president. That way they can still keep the dynamic. They don't have to change anything. Only who's being president now is who's going to be president. He's conceding to Kamala, to be the new presidential candidate. He could do that so easy. Trump, if he just stopped yapping his mouth for 5 seconds and actually listened to the people who believed in him, maybe he'd get an actual following coming up here. He's not going to pay any major price for the things he did. He's going to get off scot-free, and we're going to have that fight between Trump and Biden again. And even if Trump loses again, he'll be back in 4 years trying it all over again. It's like, whatever, you know. Or maybe by then he'll be too old and you won't care. But we all know what happened to the last president. And he was smart enough not to run for president again, at least. You know, when Nixon was impeached, really impeached, he stepped down because it was the honorable thing to do. He understood that no one was going to vote for him anymore because of the criminal thing he did. And Trump did more criminal stuff that we just can't, there's no real proof to prove that he did it. And as much as people don't want to think, he had everything to do with January 6th. He had everything to do with inciting that crowd to do more. He had everything to do with that because he was telling people they had gone and overthrown basically the vote. You know, he believed that was an honest thing. So his followers believed it as well. And when you're passionate about a candidate, if it had been the other way around and Trump had won for whatever reason, and a bunch of us Democrats did the same thing, we'd be facing the same damn shit. You know? But I know, mocking. I'm kind of babbling here. Because I didn't have anybody in the chat wanting a reading here. I was babbling politics a little bit, which I don't do very often, honestly. I'm going to skip this topic and go back to more mystical topics like how I do what I do. That's so vote your conscience, no matter who you want to vote for. I cannot be right about everything, so remember to take everything I say with a grain of salt. I want you to do it because your conscience and your politicalness tells you that's who you should vote for. Honestly, take that. I really do hope you vote your conscience. That's all I can say. Moving on to other things here, and how I do what I do. I've been, when I was 8 years old, I received the gift. I hit my head on a willow tree after one of the most stressful days I've ever had in my life. I was being abused by a babysitter for about 1.5 years, and I thought it was a weird game I had to play. I found out in class at my grade school that wasn't a game, that was something that the person was doing bad to me. Not understanding all of that, but suddenly realizing everything I thought about it was right. Messed me up. Of course, who wouldn't it mess up? Got home after that experience and ran away for about 3 hours. Ran through a cornfield, getting out all of my anger up to that willow tree hill. And it wasn't exactly on top of the willow tree. It was a little bit further into the distance, but on top of this, what we call a snow hill, basically. Just your small little hill we would slide down. I think it would be... maybe 10 feet with a I think not even lower gradient than 45 degrees, like a 30 to 40 gradient. So it was like a really good sliding hill, and it was small as hell. You could go to the top of it and slide down to it all the time. And then the farmer's yard was right behind it. And anyway, moving forward, went to that willow tree, and as I was laying down after pushing through all of the corn and being tired and being a kid and stuff like that, sitting down by that willow tree, and like I said, feeling a light little conk, not so much like a unconscious kind of a deal, but enough to kind of go, oh, I'm ready to just, I'm done, I'm tired. Body was like, I'm done. Out I went. I had the dream that changed my life forever, that told me all about my future. My future self came back from the future. If you want to believe this, you can or not. I have proof. My wife is there who can corroborate a lot of this stuff happened. Went back from the future to my past to tell me about the future. I was the person I am right now. Okay? Didn't understand what that meant at the time, but I trusted in some parts of that dream because it told me I would find true love, which I did. I would find a destined path, which I did. I would find something to do that would have meaning to me, which I did. I would write books. I would create art. I would do a lot of wonderful things. I've done everything from write poetry to write books to artwork that's out there in the world to different kinds of art. Like I've got everything from acrylic on canvas art to walking stick, custom made art. They're not really made for walking. They're more artwork than they are actual, like that. Like I had a collection of dragons for each element and stuff like that. I've done a lot of creative things. I've made special gifts for people who are one of a kind gifts. And they will always be one of a kind gifts because they never happen for anybody else but that one person. Now I was in the middle of trying to type in my new tarot deck and the new meanings behind the cards and stuff. Got kind of set back because of I lost motivation and stuff on that. I started dipping my heart and hand into a song creation a little bit. So I'm a very creative dude, So it's not like I couldn't be doing 1,000 other things other than sitting here doing readings for people. But it's my honor to do this. Honor. I really do look forward to these streams where I am helping people. So, like I said, when I received my gift when I was 8 years old, after that abusive part of my life, I got my first 3 guides. Sarah, who was a protective, basically my best invisible friend. I could see her. I could talk to her. She was as real to me as my wife is to me now. She was the first person I saw and heard. She was an imaginary friend, but also a guide at the same time. I didn't know that all about that. How did I get that guide? Mine was predestined, but not Mystic. Your guides are always right there by your side. I can feel them right now. Why do you think you keep getting poked all the time in different spots? You know that pokey kind of feeling you get every once in a while? Do you honestly get a pokey like feeling? I feel like it's in the stomach like area / upper stomach region. It's kind of poking in the belly, almost kind of like Pillsbury Doughboy kind of poking. You don't get it. I don't. Like I said, I don't know if you have this feeling or not. It would feel like something invisible poking you. I'm trying to help you connect to your guides. But if you don't feel this, then I might be feeling something different. That's why I've got a couple things to ask you. If that doesn't resonate with you, then I've got... Okay. If it's a maybe, it's a maybe. If it's a not, it's a not. But how you get in better touch with your guides? Tip number 1. Get yourself in the right headspace. First, you have to get rid of all of the stuff all the things that tell you can't. So get rid of all of that energy in your body that says, I can't do this. And you need to throw it into the ground like it is, like you are throwing a rock into the very hillside, watching it roll down the hill, like it's going to roll away from you. So you're going to imagine all of these issues and problems that have been bothering you throughout the day, rolling down and off of you into the ravine, okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to take one deep breath in through your nose, and then you're going to hold it for like 2 to 3 seconds, and then let it out through your mouth like you're blowing out through a small straw. Okay? You're going to do this at least 3 times in between each thing. So first we're going to clear our physical body off. So we're going to do something called grounding and centering, okay? Grounding is throwing the stuff away. First we got to take everything off of us. So physically, are you in pain today? Physically uncomfortable in certain spots? Can we move ourselves around a little bit to get those things loose and stuff like that? We're going to let go of all of this pain and things that we're going through our physical body. We're going to mentally let it go. And then we're going to move on to letting go of the mental crap. What has been in my mind? We're going to think about these things. Allow the thought to happen. Allow ourselves to come to terms with it. And allow ourselves to say, yeah, but I understand that, but I got to let that shit go. And letting it roll down off of the hill. Deep breath in. Slow breath out 3 times. Then we're going to do the same thing for your spiritual. Now, if you have a higher power that you trust and believe in, please include them in this. Okay, but I remove any energies, entities, or anything that may be attached to me that anybody else has thrown my way will be scraped off by something higher and more powerful than me. I will cleanse my aura, my chakra, and my soul off of any of that crap. Okay? Then, once you get to that point, we've emptied everything out. Deep breath in, deep breath out, cleansing it out. That's grounding. Then centering is something different. Now we're going to pull up all the stuff we do want and take its place. So, what is going to make you feel physically better? What energy do I need to gather up? I need to exercise a little bit more and feed that into my body. But I can't always do that. So I'm going to take in the energy of what I need to empower my body to feel better. Soaking up soaking up the energy in a physical way, doing it the exact opposite. Instead of emptying yourself out, you're filling yourself up with the energy, which is the source that you believe in. So you're going to bring that energy up. Deep breath in, deep breath out, physical, mental, spiritual. Same way, fill myself in a physical way, what fills me up mentally, what brings me to that peace I need in my heart, what helps me walk in perfect love and perfect trust, or whatever your mantra is for your personal deity. You know, do unto others as they would do unto me, whatever it is that you hold true. And then fill in yourself that spirit, that more powerful self, my highest, most brilliant self, my highest powerful God fills me up with a light and ethereal light to do the things I need to do. You come into your focus, and once you get yourself into that spot, when you're done with all of that, and you take those last 3 deep breaths after you've done the spirit part, just ask, what is your name? And listen for the first name you hear in your head and trust that. And go, I want to communicate better with you, whatever the name was. Even if you name it yourself, they're invisible people who don't have names anymore. I named this one Sarah. I named this one Athros. I named this one Pathos. I named this one Amari. I named this one that, because that's what I feel connected to. Those are the names I have for most of my guides. My Lord and Lady do not have names. They are nameless. They are Lord and Lady. That's it. You know, for me. That's my personal thing, you know. And then when I connect to that highest part of myself, when my mundane self is in that quiet, you listen for that voice that speaks your honest inner truth. That inner voice that has been talking to you all along. When we talk to ourselves, it's our guides talking to us sometimes. When we talk to that invisible voice that we don't say out loud, the voice in our heads, the things that we say to ourselves when nobody else can hear that, those voices, when they're telling you to do good things and helpful things in your life that you need, you listen to it. When they're warning you of stuff, listen. When they're telling you to do things you know that is not what you are going to do, then you shut those voices off. And you will connect better with your guides by just first believing that they're there. Belief is 100%. If you cannot believe it is true, it will not be true. If you believe it with your whole heart, it will be there and be true. I have to believe these things actually exist. If I don't believe they actually exist, then they don't exist. They're invisible, ethereal beings here. They don't have bodies. They don't have shape. They don't have form. All they are is an energy floating about going, helping you, trying to help you, trying to help you. Will you listen? You know? You think you have, you know, so, you know, but you quiet the mind. You listen to the inner voice. You listen to where the inner voice is telling you and giving you advice. In my own head, it's like, Joshua, we've got to take time to think about what we say before we say it. We've got to slow down and actually consider the words that are coming out of our mouth have power. And people are going to listen to it. It's all inside of my head before I even say the words out loud. But that's a fast process for me because I'm at least well in tune with my own self, that I know my own subconscious and conscious mind, even though I'm working on some of those conscious and subconscious things, you know. But it's knowing yourself and trusting yourself too, that when you have a feeling that feels like something that you can't explain, trusting it and naming it and saying that's what it means. So if you feel a poke on the neck, and when you feel it on a certain side of your neck, name it. This is what I feel when they want to tell me yes. This is what they do when they want to tell me no. You know? That way you understand and set up the communication, a physical thing that proves to you something is trying to communicate with you. If you don't want that, they'll send you a feeling. When I feel this certain buzz feeling on the back of your neck kind of feeling, I know that when I feel that, that's my yes. And when I don't feel it, and it feels more of a different kind of a feeling, then that kind of do that. And that's your guides reaching out to you, trying to make that connection with you. The only reason we have gods is because we've named those gods. Whether it be Jesus, Buddha, Allah, who gives a flying fuck, the goddess, Lord and Lady, whatever it is. We name it because that's how we break it down and understand it. They don't have rules like that. They don't have categories. They don't have anything. It's pure, unadulterated, one whole light energy. Everything good that has ever been you has gone to the light. Everything that has been icky and not transformable in your life goes to the dark to transform. So, but when I want to connect with my guides, I think about when I do it, I see a movie playing in my head, okay, and then I kind of hear something, but it's without words and sometimes even without pictures. We're gonna have an ad break in about. We're having an ad break. Break. Okay, Mockingbird, I want to answer your question by telling you a story here. How I met my very first guide, okay? We understand the circumstances if you were listening before. But after that incident, my first guide came to me 3 or 4 nights after the bump on the head, and I started to see an invisible person, an imaginary friend. Or at least I thought I was an imaginary friend at first, but it was as real to me as these cards are right now. I thought this was a real person who was just a friend from around the trailer park that just came and saw me every once in a while. She was always outside. She never came in the house, stuff like that. She wasn't in my. It wasn't like I sat there and talked to her in my bedroom all hours of the night, okay? When she came around, she was around. But when she didn't, she didn't. Most of the time she was around with the bullies are there and all that stuff, protective spirit. But I didn't realize she was a guide for a long, long time. She was my friend first. And I really gave into the imagination of it. And I told my mom about my invisible friend. And I said, I don't think anyone else can see her but me, Mom. And she says, what is she just telling you to do? I don't know. She just comes to try to help me from time to time, understand the world and what's going on. Oh, that sounds okay. Do you think I could talk to Sarah? I said, sure, you can talk to Sarah. And I would have to translate for Sarah. And when she had conversations with Sarah, even if it was just another part of me reaching out to my mom at the time, I dealt with some issues I was having at that time, So, psychology-wise, I wasn't crazy. I was dealing with whatever trauma had happened to me, even if we look at it just from that standpoint. But then we look at the mystical part of it, where she was the thing who led me to all the signposts to that destiny and dream I saw. So she was she was there to go that way, with me in my life. And sometimes I said, fuck you, Sarah, I don't want to go that way, And it took me a lot longer to get there. And I'm like, okay, there. But it was a natural moment for me. It just happened naturally for me. But when I learned about contacting that higher self, that other part of ourselves, that higher realm, when I learned about that connection, and then when these things start to teach me things, People don't understand. I see multiple dimensions. I see the multiverse. I'm able to see every timeline that you've ever made and every time plan. Go watch Dark Matter, and then you can kind of understand how the inside of my brain works. You know, only I get to see all of this, not go there. You know, I can look at it, I can sniff it, I can smell it, I can even taste it, but I just can't stay there. You know, and then I see people's timelines. You know, and I see how to change their timeline, how to create a destiny they want, how to create fate they want, how to get the thing they want the most. They have to accept that I have that power. You know what I'm saying? That those are the gifts I was given to do. I am the person who helps people see the choices that they need to make in their lives to get the thing they want the most. You know, so that's how I deal with my guides, and every other guide has kind of come in the same way. It was a presence I felt at first. I named it. I gave it purpose. I gave it a meaning. Athrith claims to be a karma demon trying to earn its wings back. Now think about that. I have a demon as a guide in my life, but he's trying to be a good and earn his wings back by being a part of my life. He's my protector. Anything that has been done to me wrong, he's gone back and given them the karma to it. He's the one responsible for getting everyone back so I don't have to. You know, he's the one who does the dirty work for me. You know, he just gives back their karma to them 3 times as bad or good as they deserve, depending on how I've done in my life, you know, and according to if I've been bad or not, you know, so I have to stick. That goes for me too. You know, he's even harder on me when I make mistakes, you know. So I have that. Then I have Pathos, who doesn't speak at all and only comes when someone's going to die in my life. I feel like a bony, icy hand on my left hand shoulder has come every single time a family member in my life was about to die, including my own mother. Okay? I have felt that icy hand. It does not speak. All it does is put the icy hand on my fucking shoulder. I have a sense of what I think it's saying, but it doesn't have words. You know, and that one's called Pathos. He's the one to the underworld and to the next realm. He's how I can talk to spirits and guides and all of that stuff. Then Amari, she's a newer one, and she is the neutral. She's not non-gender, non-binary. She's just, you know, she doesn't have it. She's more of an it than a he or she or whatever. And she's guiding me through this ethereal, fiery energy I'm walking in now. She's helping me learn about the ethereal realm and how it works. She's my guide in that. You know, she's teaching me how to be like a god, or like a god, not being a god. Being a god and being like a god are 2 different things, you know. And then my last and final, Jonas, which is a newer guide, is there to help me with my own personal journey, what I still have to work on in my own life, you know. So that's how many people I have helping me. You know, that's when I give these readings and stuff like that. Sometimes they speak, sometimes they put movies in my head. It's like watching a little movie, and then I'm able to play that movie or talk that movie out to you guys. It's over years and 15 years of trusting my intuition. And I was in a group for a while that all that did was trust their intuition. So I learned how to trust intuition big time. And I trust myself implicitly when it comes to this stuff. I don't question it. I say it. If it happens to be untrue, well, then maybe that's something they didn't need to hear today. It didn't resonate with them? Okay, so it didn't resonate with them today. Well, wow, it did resonate with them? Great. But they still have to go live their life and make the choices to do those things. You know what I'm saying? I know that your guides are right there by your side mocking. Because I don't think you'd be doing that good if they weren't. And I don't know if I babbled too much to make you run away. I do babble a lot. Ugh. Well, if she's on, that's where we're going. Yep, that's where we're going. She owes me a reading. We're going to get out of here, guys. We're going to go visit one of the tarot readers I absolutely think are brilliant. And we're going to give her a follow and a like. We're going to go raid her today. So if you're a non-subscriber, you can do this raid message. If you're a subscriber, you can use this raid message. Either way, I want to thank you all for being here today. I'm going to get out of here for today. I think it's time. So I love you all. I will be back tomorrow for a normal time. Like I said, I would do this between those hours because when I feel like the energy's not here and my body's just starting to go, I need to go lay down. So that's what I have to go do. I will see you guys and talk to you guys later. I hope you have a blessed day. Thank you for being here and being a part of my stream. We're going to go say hi to, it is now morning. It's 11:05 my time. And it was great meeting all of you. Feel free to come back anytime, guys. You're welcome here anytime just to sit here and listen or just to sit here and ask me questions. It was wonderful meeting you too, Oda. It was really, really good. So we're going to go get the heck out of here by raiding Tarot Mama. Oh, I don't even have to try. And we're going to do this real quick. So we're going to get out of here. All right, guys, here's the music on the way out. And let's see, what should I give you on the way out? How about, oh, I think I'll do this one. All right, guys. See you later.
In the twilight's embrace, where the wild time blows, the white witches gather, where the silver stream flows, with the earth at their feet, and the stars overhead. They dance with the elements by the old gods led. Dance, dance, the witches chant with fire, water, earth, and air, in perfect love and perfect trust. Their magic spreads everywhere. Through the circle of stones, to the beat of the drum,